Welcome back. Let us recap on what we have just did. These are the questions that we tackled, number 1 up to number 3.2. But let's go back to our presentation. This was the example, the first example that we had, and this were the calculations as they were done. And it is so, it makes a person so happy to see that learners out there and teachers out there are concentrating on this presentation. Because when I showed the answers here, the last answer was that the journey lasted 10 hours and 10 minutes. However, the problem arose from my calculations, and which was just a mere mistake, and thank you for noticing that. If you look at this, I said 9 hours plus 1 hour is equals to 10 hours, and then I brought that 10 minutes down. So it's the same as the answer that is on the presentation, which is 10 hours, 10 minutes. But when I went down to emphasize that it took the bus 10 hours and 10 minutes, I didn't add this 9 plus 1, which makes a 10. So, very good to the learner who was able to see this. It was only on the final answer. Good, let us continue with our recap. So this is the first example. We are just reminding ourselves because we are going to questions like this one. The second one was that one of subtraction, where we had to change 2 minutes. And then the answers were like this. When we started, this was the journey, the time of the train departure from Cape Town to Johannesburg. It's 10 a.m. And then how much must the adult pay return? It's 1,250, as we have calculated it. And for the kids, these are the two methods that we have just indicated. It's 620. And then how much percentage was taken off for the citizen from the adult fare? It was 25% off. And then we did our calculations. This can also be another method we can apply. In other words, we decrease. It's percentage decrease. Remember, in mathematical literacy, most of the topics and sections integrate. So here it was, the time was integrated with the calculation of percentage, where we were able to calculate the percentage decrease. How do we see the percentage decrease? By means of a subtraction. But if it's a percentage increase, it will be addition, a sign that will be working there. Good, we found the answer is 465, I'm sorry. And then the question, another question said, which is number 4. What do you explain in your own words what is meant by senior citizens? So it is explained there on top that senior citizens are citizens from 60 years and above. So let's proceed to the next question. This one, I'm leaving it to you to do it for approximately 5 minutes, not more than that. The question is, calculate the travel time from Johannesburg to Cape Town and from Cape Town to Johannesburg. In other words, please capture this question as it is. Calculate the travel time from Johannesburg to Cape Town and from Cape Town to Johannesburg. In other words, you now have to concentrate on the schedule. So you will look at the time of departure and the time of arrival. The first one you calculate from Johannesburg to Cape Town. The next one you calculate from Cape Town to Johannesburg. I hope, let me just minimize this so that all the information you will have it at hand. Right, not there yet, but I hope it is clear enough for you even if I minimize it like this. Yeah, there we go. We now have the full version of our schedule. Right, 5 minutes. Let's do the calculations. Both Johannesburg to Cape Town to Johannesburg, and we have to check what time does it take to reach those destinations. Okay. All right. Okay, we are back. I hope you are done with your calculations. The first step, let us look. What time did the train depart in Johannesburg? And when did it arrive in Cape Town? So we have the departure was 12:30. That is day one. In other words, that is when the train left the station. Then the arrival time is this one, 15:30, which is day two. Good. Let's do our calculations together and see whether we get the same answers. This is what we have. From Johannesburg to Cape Town, the departure was 12:30. The arrival was 15:30. Using the first example on how to do these calculations, remember this is day one, then this is day two. If we take 12:30, which is 12:30, to 24 hours, that is midnight, 12 midnight, how many hours do we have there from 12:30 to 12 o'clock midnight? So if we look at this, from 12 to 12 we have 12 hours, but this one also have an extra 30 minutes, meaning that it's 11 hours and 30 minutes. That is from 12:30 to 12 hours midnight. Even if you can use your fingers to calculate that, from 12:30 it will be 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. That will be on 12:30. If I'm not mistaken here, let us just go back and verify. From 12 to 12 we said is 12 hours. So meaning here it's not 11 hours and 30 minutes, but it's 12 hours and 30 minutes. You can see the minor mistakes that we'll tend to do when we do our countings if we don't verify them. From 12 to 12 it's 12 hours, but we have an extra 30 minutes. So it will be 12 hours and 30 minutes. Then from 24 hours, which is 12, to, what is it? 15 hours, 30 minutes. It will be 15 hours and 30 minutes. From 12 o'clock to 3:30, it will be 15 hours and 30 minutes. So we add the hours together. 12 plus 15, that will be hours. And then we add the minutes together, which is 30 plus 30, that will be our minutes. Then we will be having here 27. Let's go back again to our counting. When we counted, 12:30 is an extra of 30 minutes. So in other words, from 12:30, I was correct the first time. From 12:30, let's correct this, to 24 hours, it will be 11. I apologize about that one. It will be 11 hours. So here we will be adding 11 plus 15, which will give us 26 hours and 60 minutes. That is the time elapsed. But we are not done. Remember, we said 60 minutes is equals to 1 hour. So from Johannesburg to Cape Town, it takes the Shosholoza mail train 27 hours. That will be the first one.